Hello everyone, thank you for coming back to my channel. Previously we have talked about solid patterns and also graph patterns. In this video, we'll see more of other design patterns. They're based on a collection of patterns called the Gang of Four or GOF. As previously, this is beginner level topic and you only need to have a bit of experience of knowledge in a language with OOP feature like Java or C#, but you don't need to be an expert in it. So let's talk what is Gang of Four or GOF. It started in the book of Design Patterns, Elements of Reusable Object-Oriented Software. It's published in 1994. It's a software engineering book describing software design pattern. The book was written by some authors and it contains 23 classic design patterns. The authors are often referred to as the Gang of Four. So there is a brief history of the GOF pattern. Here is an overview of the GOF patterns that we will discuss in this video, and we'll discuss the rest in the next video. The patterns are adapter, singleton, strategy, composite, and facet. And like has been discussed before, a lot of patterns are derived from the graphs pattern, and the patterns in Gang of Four are not exception. So a lot of them probably kinda look similar with the ones that we have discussed in the graphs videos. The first pattern that we will discuss is the adapter pattern. It provides a wrapper as a stable interface to hide an unstable interface. You probably remember this picture. This was taken from the previous material. Imagine that we have a third-party email sender class which is unstable, and we don't want to couple the business service class to it directly, because the business service class contains a stable business code. It's too risky to modify too often. So we provide an intermediate object, which is an email sender class object. So the business service doesn't couple itself directly to the third-party email sender class, but it uses email sender, and the planning here is to make the email sender interface as stable as possible, and it hides the unstable third-party email sender. The benefit is we don't have to modify the business service too often, because even though the third-party email sender changes, it's hidden in the email sender class. The next pattern that we'll discuss is the singleton pattern, and maybe you are pretty familiar with this pattern because it used a lot in a lot of development. So it provides a single global object to those who need an object with this type. An example is probably a factory object. The factory object is responsible for the creation of another object, and the factory itself is usually singleton. We only need a single of them for the whole system, and we can see the implementation using static method to get the instance. So those who need this object can call this static method, and we also make the constructor private to make sure that no other area can instantiate this object directly. It has to use the static method to get an instance of it, and we make sure that there's only one instance in that static method. pattern that we'll discuss is the strategy pattern. Design of varying part of a particular logic that is easily swappable. Let's say that we have an employee class and it has a get wage function, but it varies, the implementation varies. Sometimes we want it to be hourly wage strategy and sometimes we want it to be daily wage strategy. So the solution is to encapsulate that logic to multiple classes that implement the same interface. The employee class only depends on the interface, it doesn't know the implementation, and it simply delegates to that strategy object. We can see the get wage function simply delegate to the wage strategy object. The next pattern that we will discuss is called composite. It's a variation of the strategy pattern. So, as previously, the employee depends on the bonus strategy interface and the implementation is swappable. It can be changed easily in the runtime. And now there is another implementation called sum bonus strategy, and it has dependency towards grade bonus strategy and task bonus strategy. And this class is responsible for summing other bonus strategy. It doesn't always have to be summed, it can be other aggregation functionality, like perhaps the biggest bonus strategy or the most beneficial bonus strategy or something like that. The point is that class is act as a composite. The sum bonus strategy acts as a composite. So in the runtime, when the get bonus in the employee class is called, it simply delegates to one of the bonus strategy implementation, and in this case it's sum bonus strategy, and it simply sum all other bonus strategies. The last pattern that we will talk is called facet, and it's the simplest one, and I'm pretty sure that a lot of us have used it a lot. Let's see the example. We have complex third-party API containing a lot of classes and interface, which is encapsulated in the location facet. It's hidden by the location facet. So the other part of the system can simply use that location facet instead of interacting directly with those complex APIs. The benefits are, of course, reusability, high cohesivity, and low coupling, and also more readability. We have reached the end of this video. Thank you for watching, and in the next video we'll discuss more the Gang of Repeters. Thank you.